In August of 2024, the online rivalry between Nigeria and South Africa reached an all-time breaking point, resulting in several drivers from both countries losing a lot of money and time. In the end, Bolt, the company in the midst of the feud, had to step in to restore sanity and introduce new policies to prevent it from happening again. Welcome to The Oracle, where Africa's past meets the present. On our channel, we tell stories of Africa's legends, history, folklore, and trending hot topics from across the continent. Today's story covers the African Bolt Wars of 2024, which saw online South Africans go toe-to-toe with Nigerians on the internet, and the role a model with dual citizenship played in the feud. Nigeria and South Africa. The two African giants are no strangers to rivalry and are often on each other's necks on the internet. These tensions are rooted in history, stretching back decades, and are intertwined with issues of xenophobia, migration, and socio-political conversations. These differences have in the past manifested in violent attacks, strained diplomacy, and deep public mistrust between the two countries over the past 2 decades. After the end of apartheid in 1990s, South Africa opened its borders, attracting migrants from across Africa, especially from Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Ethiopia, and other neighboring countries. Many South Africans hoped democracy would bring quick economic relief, but widespread poverty, unemployment, and inequality persisted instead. With limited resources and jobs, foreigners were scapegoated. The perception grew that immigrants, especially the ones from NIGERIAN, were taking jobs and housing from native South Africans, bringing crime to the country and disrespecting local culture. Nigerian migrants in particular were often tied to crime-related stereotypes, fueling resentment and social friction. Many Nigerians have been killed during violent attacks on immigrants in South Africa, and Nigerian-owned businesses were looted and burned, setting precedent for future violence. To add fuel to fire, South African gangs have accused Nigerians of dominating the informal economy and the drug trade. Violent anti-Nigerian riots have broken out in recent years, and videos of Nigerians being attacked and businesses being burned have gone viral on social media. In response, Nigeria has boycotted world forums hosted in South Africa and repatriated some of its citizens from the country for their safety. Nigerian officials have condemned the attacks and demanded justice. There have also been calls for a boycott of South African businesses in Nigeria. MTN and ShopRite, companies of South African origin, have had their stores in Nigeria vandalized in retaliation. Social media has dramatically amplified these tensions, and platforms like X, Instagram, and Facebook serve as battlegrounds where average citizens air grievances, challenge stereotypes, and exchange insults, sometimes crossing into diaspora diplomacy. In mid-2024, Chidinma Adachina, a Miss South Africa contestant with Nigerian heritage, faced harsh scrutiny over her nationality, leading to her withdrawal from the pageantry. She was born in Soweto, South Africa in 2001 to a Nigerian father and a Mozambican South African mother. She was eventually selected as a finalist in Miss South Africa 2024, despite embracing her dual heritage during the competition. Her Nigerian name and roots immediately drew criticism, fueled by xenophobic sentiments across social media and commentary from public figures. South Africa's Department of Home Affairs launched an investigation when allegations surfaced that Adachina's mother may have committed identity theft, using a South African woman's identity in 2001. Though Adachina herself was an infant at the time and found to be a legal South African citizen, she withdrew from the pageant on 8 August 2024, citing safety concerns after receiving intense online abuse. The controversy sparked widespread online abuse with xenophobic undertones. Adachina was harassed for her Nigerian heritage, despite being born and raised in South Africa, and social media users questioned her South African identity based solely on her name, heritage, and perceived cultural difference. Critics even petitioned for her replacement in the competition. Within days of her withdrawal, Adachina accepted an invitation to join Miss Universe Nigeria, leveraging her paternal heritage. She went on to win the national title and secured the position of first runner-up at Miss Universe 2024 as Miss Africa and Oceania. Her success in Nigeria was widely celebrated as a triumph over bigotry and symbolic of continental unity. In October 2024, the Department of Home Affairs in South Africa revoked the identity documents of both Adechina and her mother based on their findings, further intensifying the controversy. She would later return to South Africa, triggering petitions and heated debate about border enforcement and the integrity of immigration policies. Later that year, the Bolt Wars happened. Bolt is an Estonian multinational company that offers ride-hailing, food and grocery delivery, and car-sharing services. The company operates in over 600 cities in more than 50 countries in Europe, Africa, Western Asia, and Latin America. The war began when South African online users began using Bolt's inter-country ride request feature to book rides in Nigeria and then cancel the rides after drivers arrived. This caused the drivers to waste their time and fuel. Nigerians on social media saw what was going on and retaliated, ordering and canceling rides in South Africa in a tit-for-tat tactic that escalated financially, causing damage to drivers in both countries. The hashtag Bolt for Bolt went viral, trending with tens of thousands of mentions as users organized